very risky, and we already know that Jax against Hail of Blades can be very strong, so Hail of Blades Xinjiao can't just burn you down with nothing more. Then very much about that as mid lane. BDD's got one spell, maybe.
Oh, there you go. Has the vision as well. Easy. So hard to land it, but now there's no whimsy. There's the flash into the stun, and here comes the three-man gank. Grace in a ton of trouble. Is just going to be ulted down. And in fact, BDD picks up the kill. Here we go. The rotation coming on in from the bottom side. Abyssal Voyage is available. Blue buff goes the way I'm all wrong. Here comes the TP. From the bottom side, Abyssal Voyage on the top side as Zenit gets super low. In that fight, we got two going on at the same time. Stun onto BDD, but he gets away. Root also incredibly low. Also watch the top side here, Linderong. Gonna be put out of that ultimate, but Malrong jumping on in, gets a big ultimate onto 3. Jin Air now S5, trying to jump away, but there's the double stun. Out of score, able to get two of them picked away. And Linderong has to run away with his tail between his legs.
The Rod of Ages at an early enough timing. 26 minutes till that's ready. That's a lot of members of KT.
Nice ult by Malrong to try to save Grace. He might be able to. There's the ultimate from Urgot, but the coming in from the bottom side is Root and Kellen. Another big fight coming in here as the Urgot in a ton of trouble as Zenit goes down too. Linderong is going to be totally fine on the Aatrox. And here comes Jin Air. They want to fight back as Snowflower down to the gray health. Can they finish him off under the turret? Doesn't look like it, but Jin Air able to strike back in the next fight.
KT just too tricky this time. The first time it was about Jin Air's poor entrance into the fight. This time KT turned on and not able to actually get the same separation they pulled off in the first skirmish of the game. They pushed through mid. They want the first turret blood, but right now KT do have LeBlanc up.
They're just trying to clear the waves as best as they can, but can't really do it effectively. Down goes the first turret to the side towards this Cloud Drake. Scuttle here is taken, and Zenit in a lot of trouble once again, has to flash away. There is the Devour, and now Linderong once again distracting the rest of the team as Snowflower and Zenit are going to go down towards that Cloud Drake. Just kind of out of position. Nice clamp down there by Jin Air. BDD, he's trying desperately. He wants it so bad, but only one kill on the support will go the way of the LeBlanc.
But it happens again. Trucks in the back line. He's got the revive. He's able to buy time, but he might be dead anyway.
BDD has so much damage, is able to distort away from that one. There is the stun. BDD will
really can't side lane against this LeBlanc. No teleport, no magic resist other than the Merc Treads. Seems to just be going for some utility. When you hit level 16 on LeBlanc, you QR the Lulu. She has half health. You wait for your cooldown in about 10 seconds, and then all Lulu can do is vacate the lane.
On 5. No split pushing with the LeBlanc just yet. They want the objective first. And they will, after all, get it. They don't really care about this Ocean Drake right now.
Grace just won't be able to side lane against LeBlanc. Don't agree with the...
It's funny to say that about KT. They want to prove me wrong here, getting on top of Kellen. Nice amount of damage there. And he get popped. The stopwatch comes in, and here's the Root nearly actually takes out BDD on the backside. Now Malrong getting on in there. Score in a little bit of trouble. Is going to have to hop away, and there he goes. Down goes the Victor.
Do notice that Lulu is not grouped. She was dealing with LeBlanc. LeBlanc's going to get there first.
Trying to hop on into Kellen now. Root is going to get exhausted, but still doing a lot of damage. In goes Linderong, trying to pop him, but here's BDD into the back line. Is able to get one. Chains go onto the Aatrox. He's forced to
over the wall. They're going to try. Jin Air's not grouped.
Oh boy, BDD does a nice chunk of damage to Root, and there's the TP into the backside by Smeb. Is able to take out Malrong. And now on the re-engage, KT actually able to take away this Cloud Drake.
Big mistake on the map read there. Even though they have
We are not past 30 minutes, but we actually are, as the game has been dragging on. And Malrong, oh boy, he's nearly going to go down. Has an Ignite ticket. He's just going to die after the stop.
Idea into KT's mind, but they're not going to stick on it. They've only got 4 members, and they will be spotted on vision.
Yeah, they put the idea into the minds of KT and immediately snatched it away, saying, no, just kidding. We're not going to start it and score. Going to essentially. Here comes the flank again. This time Score going one-on-one onto Malrong. Not able to jump on in. And Root beginning to frontline there against the Jax with no counter. And there he goes in. Kellen going to be picked away by BDD on the top side. And Root is just going to be pulled into his death. As finally they're able to get the play onto the big carry.
And this should be a quick Baron to the side of KT.
After all, No distractions here in the Baron pit. Takes a bit long, but they make it happen. BDD picks up another will come in, and nobody on the side of Jin Air is strong enough to go up against BDD.
Now Score can be a side laner as well. See Jax on the top side taking down inner turrets with the Baron buff. I believe he has Trinity Force too, but I might be telling you a lie. So able to have plenty of threat. He can even solo down carries. So speaking of soloing down carries.
That's why nobody can really side lane against BDD. Thankfully, he doesn't have blue buff, but it's not going to matter as KT Rolster is going to push 3 inhibitors, maybe rotate it into well, 2 inhibitors into a third one perhaps, but in fact, laser down is now Zenit. He wants to be the frontliner as well. They're going to back off of that Elder. There's the 4-man stun from Score as he gets into the back line. And here is Smeb. It's going to be a total rout of a fight this time around. Double kill on the side of KT. Linderong has to be killed 3 times as he is the Guardian Angel Aatrox, but they're not even going to bother. They're just going to push in and finally take game number 1.
Finally, the game will end. 45 minutes it took. KT Rolster gave themselves a tricky one with a draft that made it hard for them to actually grow a lead. They just waited and waited, and Jin Air, unfortunately, they return to their old game plan. They wait alongside KT. They couldn't afford to do that. And it doesn't matter how big Lucian was, KT Rolster will take game number 1.
Took a little while.
Ends up being an afterthought. Could say kind of the same thing about Lulu in game number 1. So let's see if Jin Air are a bit more on point with having that Cosmic Radiant.
Wow, they're going in. Looks like they want to get on top of him. Score, gonna flash away, but it doesn't matter. First blood, as I said.
Snowflower slowly helping with it, but Malrang not there yet.
Kellen looking for the ultimate
lane. Was kind of related to the misplay in teamfights. It's about Shroud positioning. He was too liberal and using it as that happened.
As well. We'll see if this dive comes in, though. They're going 3-man onto Smeb here. There's the flash on in, into the stun, and see you later. Fear Beyond Death gonna take care of those minions.
For sure, if there's no third person, you don't need to invest all those extra abilities. So in this case, Smeb doesn't use it, and he's gonna lose the maximum. In this case, it's an entire turret pre-10 minutes.
Yeah, and they are gonna stay for this one. Malrang with the tankiness to make it happen. Down it does go. First blood turret to the side of Jin Air and Chungo. Herald as he's totally spotted. Bottom side though. There is the ultimate from the Taric. Trying to get on top of Zenit here. Do they have the damage? Snowflower, his own ultimate. Here's a fight up here. Tungo with no mana and no flash is gonna be ripped out of the rift. Down he does go. As they saw the Rift Herald play coming in a mile away, and KT able to pounce.
And able to split them apart before Linderong can actually get there. And that's the part I need to see a replay to fully understand. Return to the bot side.
Oh boy, this time no ultimate from the Taric, and the stun comes in as Root nearly going down, finally does under the turret with the pool.
They want Kellen as well. Where Vladimir is right now, watching Nogari's rune page and how he builds the Vladimir. The big takeaway is that because you can go the scaling
games we've been seeing recently.
Tend to agree with those new options in the rune sets making you powerful earlier. Smeb dives in.
Yeah, Chungo, no ultimate here. He's just going to be perfectly executed on the backside there by Smeb. And, well, that was an easy one for him. Should build some confidence. See if he moves it in. Nice headbutt pulverize into Linderong, who has to flash away. Into the Cosmic Radiance, and now KT just going to wait this one out. Nice kick by Malrang to just disengage. Makes her that.
But if you just take every objective as they spawn, with Baron now on the map, that's where good things will happen.
Under the turret.
But the stasis is a one-time purchase, very powerful in that case. Seems like Chungo had pulled away to perhaps come for a mid lane play. So
comes in, gets a fantastic kill, and then unfortunately struggles against BDD. Speaking of which, Kellen in a ton of trouble here is going to be poked with the spear by Score, who is able to pick up that kill in terms of stopping KT, as BDD and Score now threatening the engage. Here's the Cosmic Radiance, want to shut down Score, but he does have that Sterix. He's extremely tanky, funnily enough. There's the big engage from Snowflower, knocks up 2 onto the backside of this fight, and in goes BDD as the Aatrox, just gonna shut everybody down, as does Smeb. It's a near total wipe as only Malrang with full health goes home with
spotted, I believe, on a ward bot side, which meant the Baron was always going to be uncontested. He'd love an Infernal Drake, but that's the most that Jin Air will claim.
Ping goes down onto him, and now Smeb is making his way. I think Malrang's just going to have to hop away from this one. Spotted, saves his W, hops away. And that means that thank you for the leash is true in this one, as Smeb is just going to pick up the Infernal Drake Force team alongside the Baron. And this time around, KT looking a lot stronger. They're looking for the picked up Void Staff here for Vlad. Always like to keep track of where his items are. Doesn't seem like Jin Air can do much. Stun trying to come in, but knocked away is Kellen. Scoring a little bit of trouble, but now here comes Snowflower. He wants to re-engage Smeb from behind. Is going to be immediately ulted here, but he is in the Shroud. And Roots, he is so low, he's going to be stomped down by BDD on that Aatrox, who is just incredibly strong at this point in time. Takes out one, takes out another. Is going to stopwatch even for the ultimate style points. Gets a triple kill. And once again, Malrang, the rest of his team falls around him. Looks like KT have finally put the nail in the coffin.
Malrang 1-0-1. He's not going to die in this game, but his team is going to lose. They fought that with Cosmic Radiance on cooldown. I think Jin Air are done.
That looks like it. Game number 2 goes the way of KT Rolster. As the Nexus goes down, finally something for KT fans to be happy about. A 2-0 victory tonight.
And it turns out that Game 2 was a better performance than Game number 1, so maybe just some victories are the tonic KT needs to rise up the standings. They will now be ahead of Jin Air Greenwings. They will no longer be 10th place. Not the biggest thing to smile about, but you got to take every win when you can when you're at the bottom of the table. And it's this roster, it's Smeb and Score maintaining their spot, but they actually find their first match victory in LoL Park.
Some hugs here from Snowflower, some of the Jin Air players. He's been there before, and he's here now on KT Rolster. Nice play on the Alistair.